Welcome to Love Under the Influence. I'm Pastor D.
And I'm Pastor Taye.
Together, we redefine what marriage looks like under the will of God. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's Pastor D.
And I'm Pastor Taye.
Welcome to Love Under the Influence. On today's episode, we are discussing hygiene within your marriage.
What's funny, baby?
Hey, listen, man. Hygiene is extremely important.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I think it's difficult to talk about because nobody wants to hurt their spouse's feelings.
Yeah,
nobody wants to say.
Yeah, you don't want to hurt your spouse's feeling, but you don't want your spouse to hurt your nose. You have to confront the issue, but it's all about your delivery. It's all about how you say something. If your spouse has bad breath, you're just gonna have to tell them, because you don't want your spouse to be out and someone else tell them, or somebody else comes and tell you, hey,
or somebody else is talking about it.
Right, somebody else talking about it. So bad hygiene, man. And the thing about it, you smell you before anybody else smell you. So why would you walk around being offensive to people? Because if you smell, it's offensive.
I'm really trying to be serious.
Right, but no, it's offensive. So, but it's all about your delivery. I mean, you have to tell your spouse, because, man, bad hygiene have to be a deal, bro. I would have to give you those papers.
Me?
I'm saying if that was an issue with us, because that's a deal breaker, man, because I'm big on hygiene. I'm extremely big. And you know what I'm saying? So within your marriage, you have to confront that issue, because, man, you don't want your spouse to be walking around smelling like a red onion or some bell peppers, and you don't say anything, because now they're going out around, if they work co-workers, or they're going out around other friends, and you're not saying anything about it. And then just imagine the spouse said, well, if you knew I smelled, or if you knew my breath was bad, why didn't you say anything? And sometimes you're trying to protect their feelings. You're trying to protect how they feel. You may just didn't say anything, where you should adjust the issue. Hey, look, baby, I love you. Always lead with love. Yeah. Baby, you know how much I love you. But it's something that we have to do. Maybe you got to buy them a different toothbrush, or get them a stronger toothpaste, or a deodorant, a Dove Secret, something is thrown off. And you laughing, but that issue, it have to be addressed.
Listen, I think that you can do it in subtle ways. You can buy different body washes, body scrubs. You can immediately, when they come home, say, no outside. Like, in my house, outside clothes on the bed is just, it's just not gonna happen.
Now, it's different if your spouse coming from the gym or something. They've been working out. That's different. No, but if they gym smell is their regular smell, something is wrong. If you smell like the gym when you get up, or you smell like the gym when you going out, that's not normal. So that's something that's gonna have to be confronted. It's something that y'all gonna have to have a conversation. Look, baby, hey, something got to give.
I think that if they have bad hygiene in the dating process, it should be confronted then. Mm-hmm. Because if you do not confront it then, you're going to marry into that, and it's going to be harder for you to confront it, because you don't want to hurt their feelings. Nobody want to go up to you and say, oh, you stink, or clean yourself down there, or, it's a way to do it. Mm-hmm. I just believe that a lot of times it's learned behavior. Right. Maybe you didn't shower as a kid often. Mm-hmm. Maybe you didn't shower every day as a child.
No, I can't buy that learned behavior, because when you get a certain age, taking a bath is something, or taking a shower.
It's refreshing for some.
It's something nobody should have to tell you. Now, I get certain areas within a relationship is learned behavior, but I can't agree with somebody not taking a bath or a shower.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. How many times did we have to check our boys and be like...
But that's different.
I know, but what I'm saying is think about this now. Think what I'm saying, learned behavior.
Okay.
How many times did we check our boys and say, listen, this room stank, get yourself together?
Yeah,
No, with Jyrene, not so much.
Not so much. But listen, though, as boys, that's natural as boys.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about as a grown
It's
man.
still not natural, babe.
You're right. It's not natural for a grown man to know his balls smell and he don't do anything about it. You can't tell me that's learned behavior because when you get a certain age, no.
What I'm saying is, what if a person did not get confronted while they was wallowing in the musk or wallowing?
But why? Listen, baby. If you're a grown man or a grown woman, why do somebody have to confront you about an issue that you know there? As a grown man, somebody had to tell me, hey, you need to take a bath every day, a shower every day, or even sometimes twice a day. Didn't nobody have to tell me that. So you can't tell me it's learned behavior because maybe as boys, they wasn't forced or they wasn't made to take baths or showers every day. As a grown man, shouldn't nobody have to tell you how to keep up your proper hygiene?
I agree,
no.
But I do also believe that hygiene is something that is taught. That's what I believe. I believe that
right.
You owe yourself a good service to make sure that you are always presentable, always clean cut, always looking good, always smelling good, teeth always clean, teeth always, polished, floss, whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. But I also believe that you have some cases where the mom and dad didn't wash, so the children grew up not washing. And they grew up as adults thinking that, it's not a big deal if this stuff really do exist.
But how is not a big deal if you could smell yourself? You could when you talk, you see your words.
Baby, you take sometimes 2 showers a day.
Right.
So you can't relate to a person that may have grown up in a place where showering may not have been.
Listen.
But twice a week.
Baby, you absolutely right. Even if somebody grew up like that, once you become of age.
And I get that.
Now, you growing up from a child to a teenager, okay, maybe a teenager, I give you that. But once you're a full-grown man and a full-grown woman, shouldn't nobody have to tell you or correct you when it comes to your hygiene? That's something that should be personal to you.
Well, let me ask you this. What would you tell a woman, or I want you to do 2. Mm-hmm. What would you tell the woman first? Mm-hmm. How should they confront the bad behavior? And as a husband, mm-hmm. Now, I want you to tell the wife what she should do, and then tell the husband, both of them, tell them how they should confront the bad hygiene.
Well, it would be the same for both. I would say you always lead with love. Yeah. Don't come in being offensive. Don't come in being, always lead with love. Like, look, baby, I'm telling you this because I love you. And you could always say, let's work on this together.
Right.
I know you may take 3 to 4 baths a week. Let's try doing it every day. Let's see what every day would be like. Let's see what that make a difference. But always lead with love. Don't lead in the way that would offend a person.
But if they're gonna be offended, their feelings gonna be hurt either way.
But listen, even if you as the husband or the wife don't have that issue, always say we. Baby, let's do this together. Let's take a bath every day.
But what if that doesn't work?
Well, now you may need some medical attention. If that don't work, maybe you need some. Hey,
no. I'm not saying that if the soap and water and all that stuff don't work, but I'm saying what if
they don't do it?
Because think about it, it's people that want their spouses to work out with them, mm-hmm. and that's another part of hygiene. Because sometimes if you gain weight, mm-hmm. it can cause different odors, and I'm speaking as a woman mm-hmm. that has gained 40 pounds. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? In the past 5 years.
But even with women gaining weight or men gaining weight, that still doesn't have anything to do with you keeping yourself clean.
Yeah, but it's still something that you say, let's do together, with all due respect.
Yeah.
And then sometimes the spouse may feel like, I don't feel like I need to lose no weight. So do you feel like you stink? If you don't feel like you stink, you're not going to work on it.
But listen, and then too, gaining weight, you can lead with this. Hey, look, baby, I want us to be around for our kids. I want us
Right.
to be around for
Right.
our grandkids. So you're not exercising just to lose weight so you can look good.
You're exercising to be
To be
healthy.
healthy. You're
Yes, that's
exercising
powerful. Yeah.
to live. You're exercising so you can not only live, you can live a good, healthy life. Because who wants to be, you don't want to, we want to live long and strong. You don't want to just live and you get older, but what type of quality of life are you having? And then to another form of hygiene, do the woman, do you keep your hair up, or the man, do he go to the barbershop? Do you
Right.
keep your nails groomed? So that, like,
Right.
and I know a lot of women, they have an issue. Even if a man works with his hands, he may be a mechanic or he may do work a physical job. You don't want no man who nails are long and got dirt under their nails. I know for a lot of women that's not attractive. So you got to make sure you keep your hygiene up, because for me, I want to look my best at all time, not just for you, but for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta, men and women, you gotta carry yourself in such a way where not only is pleasing to your spouse, but it's pleasing to you. I don't keep myself up solely because of you. I keep myself up because I want to look good. I want to be presentable. I want to smell good at all times.
And likewise.
So you got to make sure that you be willing to do it, because it's the right thing to do.
Well,
and if you have an odor problem, you maybe you could go to the doctor. And I'm not saying it's being funny. They could maybe give you something, or if you have a issue with having bad breath, do you brush your tongue? How long do you brush your teeth? That stuff is important, because if your wife smell your breath, if your husband smell your breath, you don't want y'all mutual friends or the co-workers, when you leave out the room, do your breath stay when you gone? That's an issue. If you leave out the room and your breath is still in the room and you've been gone out the room for 2 minutes, that's a problem. Your breath should still be at home when you go to work. If your breath's still at home when you go to work, that's a problem. That's a problem.
What?
Yeah.
Baby, listen, all jokes aside, stop it, baby. Because sometimes people go into depressions. And
okay, I'm not laughing no more.
Baby, on a serious note, sometimes people go into depressions and they might not want to bathe or brush their teeth.
True.
Or they may be grieving. It's so many. It's still a sensitive area either way you look at it. But one thing I like that you always say is lead with love.
Lead with love.
But I want to say lead with honesty. You got this whole room stinking. You been in here. I know you grieving, but you still got to take care of yourself.
Right.
And then you assist them. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's buying a different deodorant, a different body soap, or telling your spouse, shave under your arms. One thing about it, I hate underarm hair being on my face. So I love when you shave under your arms. You don't do it for you. You do it for me.
But listen, prime example, I was grieving a while when my mom passed, but even in that, you wouldn't allow me to use that as an excuse for me not to bathe or me not to brush my teeth. And I was hurting to see my mom go through what she went through, to die from cancer, and to see that 3-week process. When I was there, 4 weeks process till I was there until she passed. I couldn't use that as an excuse. Well, and I know people handle things differently.
Yes, I just want you to be a little sensitive.
Yeah, but I couldn't use that as an excuse. Well, my mom, going through this, I can't do this or I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But I know people respond to things differently, and not to, I'm trying my best not to laugh no more. But listen, when it comes to hygiene, it has to be addressed. Do you want your husband to get his hair cut every week, to get a shave every week? As the woman, do you keep your hair up? Do you get your hair done every 2 weeks, a monthly? However, you need to get your hair done.
Yeah.
That's something that's important, because if you did these things before you was married, why not do these things within the marriage? Now, granted, people gain weight. I gain weight. You gain weight. That's not even the issue.
You look good with your weight, though.
But two is, thank you. But two is, we can say, hey, look, and if you got a problem, not a problem, if you have something, say your wife may gain a little few pounds, or your husband, say, hey, look, baby, hey, let's do this together. Always lead with love. Hey, listen, I like the size that you are, but hey, if you're comfortable with it, I'm comfortable with it. But if you want to lose a few pounds, I'm willing to diet with you. I'm willing to exercise with you. I'm going on this journey with you. We both need to lose weight, instead of you going in, hey, baby, you done got fat. You need to do this. You need to do this. You need to do this. You always saying what you need to do, but hey, you gained some weight too, as a husband. And then two, a lot of times with the women had kids, so their weight gain was assisted. You know what I'm saying? A man never gave birth to no, you gain weight as the man because you was eating too much, or you just stopped exercising. But majority of the time for the women,
or your metabolism. I know for me,
your metabolism
my
slowed
metabolism slowed down, because I know after we had the first 4 kids, I was still 133 pounds. I always had, my stomach wasn't just pretty, but it was always flat. You know, I didn't have to, you know, and then after I had the kids in the 30s, it was like that weight, the nursing weight, it snatched it off. But me not eating right put that weight back on, and that weight was just kind of hard to, and it's still kind of hard to just get off. But, you know, having your love, having your support, you daily telling me, you know, how attracted you are to me, and, you know, all that stuff, making sure you know that I know that you think that I'm beautiful, but I'm so glad that I think I'm beautiful. Right. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? That's the most important thing.
I think I'm pretty.
I'm not
I
saying
think,
how I feel about you is
even
not
though
important.
that's a bonus.
Yes, and that goes with any couple. You know, how your spouse feel about you, that should be a bonus. But the most important thing is, how do you see yourself? How do you feel about yourself? So, you know, when it comes to hygiene, make sure you practice good hygiene and be willing to help your spouse. Hey, look, baby, I bought you this. I bought you this new toothbrush.
And use it, for God's sake.
Yeah, I bought you this new body scrub. I bought you this new mouthwash. I bought you this new you know, this new soap. You know, instead, and you help them. Now, if they don't use it, now we got to have a real conversation. Now, I'm buying you all these things because it's an issue. I'm buying you all these things because, you know, I do love you, but hey, we got to work on this hygiene. You know, you was going to the barbershop every week when we first got together. Now it's once a month or every 2 months. That's a problem. You know, because I'm keeping myself up. Because I want you to be proud of the person that you marry. You know, so if that's an issue within your marriage, make sure you nip it in the bud. You nip it in the bud. Have a conversation. Whether your spouse is offended or not, the conversation still have to be had. Even if you lead with love, your spouse still may be offended.
I don't even think they'll be offended. I think that their feelings will probably be hurt. But I think, in all honesty, they would rather hear it from you than hear about it or hear it from somebody else.
Right.
Woo!
Right.
You showed out this episode.
I apologize for laughing so much.
Man, this was some episode. Right. We probably gonna have to do a part 2 on this, because, whoo, honey, Pastor D just, I just don't know.
Hey, listen, Love Under the Influence, it's an awesome community, man.
Yeah, it is.
Right now we have 1,500 subscribers on YouTube, and our goal is to get 5,000.
Yeah, man.
So, hey, do me a favor. Go over to Love Under the Influence on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. We just a married couple that been married for 22
Happily
years.
Married
Happily
for
married
17 years.
For 17 years. We've been married. It'll be 22 years this year. And our marriage started out in the pits. Our marriage was over really before it begun.
It was toxic.
Because we never saw a successful marriage. So now our main objective is to change marriages all around the world. I'm happily married, man. I love my wife. We have so much fun together. My wife is truly my best friend. I hear people say it all the time, but listen, we do everything together, and we enjoy each other's company. It's not a time where I say, man, I got to go home. What's she going to be nagging about today?
But there was a time.
There was a time early on in our marriage. That was a time that I would say that. But now we're living days
that we
prayed for. So, man,
God is so good.
Faithful.
And we are living proof, because we come from the streets. We are living proof that God can change the narrative of any story. All you have to do is be willing to give him the pen. I'm Pastor Taye.
And I'm Pastor Dee.
Peace.
Peace.